Hello, this is
the
Tech Can.
Did you say Can?
Hello, this is
the
Tech Clan.
And today, instead of doing the usual or the top 5 games,
Yeah.
right? I thought it'd be fun to look back at the decades,
Yes.
right? On each decade, what we would like to have for a Christmas gift.
Yeah,
right?
so I think that this is exciting. We are going to be in a nostalgic journey of looking back at 90s, 20s, and also 20.
not 20s.
90s. What is wrong with me today?
Okay, 90s, the 2000s,
Yes.
and the 2010s.
Yes,
right?
correct.
So yeah, just 3 things
Yeah.
that we've always wanted, I guess.
Yes,
And
when we were
young.
young.
When we were young.
Young.
So we're going retro. Although
Yeah.
it's not really retro, but
Not really retro, but the trend is coming back, so we want to bring back those nostalgic. Yeah, he's already at the nostalgic.
Let's go, let's go,
okay,
let's go.
so let's get on with it.
Okay,
1, 2,
two,
3.
Oh!
Oh, Game Boy Color. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Tamagotchi is
Okay.
such an iconic
Yes.
piece of tech.
Oh my
where-
gosh! Okay, so Tamagotchi is this miniature game gadget that you can actually, it's so small that you can actually carry with you wherever you go. You can even hang it around your bag. And the thing is that there are different kinds of game. The one that I remember is you have to take care of a pet
Yes.
in that device, in that gadget, in Tamagotchi, and then you have to feed it. Remember to feed it. Remember to play with it, and then have fun. So it's sort of like a digital pet, I would say. But it's so interesting and so fun. And fun fact is that it's still even trending now in Japan.
It's still trending.
It's still trending now, and surprisingly, the price is not cheap. So it can go as high as, recent one is 2,900 ringgit. And that is like a sort of like a cartoon character that is pretty famous or something. Then it becomes very, very
2,000 ringgit?
2,900. You can go and
Is it
look it up.
because like it's so antique?
It's
like,
limited edition.
It's
It's limited edition. I think it's all the limited edition unopened those box.
Oh.
But it's based on those new cartoons, new characters.
Okay.
So apparently right now it's still trending, and yeah, kids still play with it. And I at this age, so sorry to say, I'm not currently that young, but I would love to play it again. Yeah, and you get to choose different colors. Yeah, so it's fun.
How old were you when you
Discovered
wanted this?
Okay, I think I was at my 11 to 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how old I am. 11 to 13 years old. That time when I saw it, I saw my classmates had it. And that time, during school, they didn't put a rule that you cannot bring Tamagotchi. So it was dangling there. I really tried to play, Yeah.
So I just want to add on, around that time, Digimon was also very popular.
I know,
you can
right?
also do the same thing.
Correct.
Right? So
it's so cool.
Yeah, and kids were battling out.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Look at my pen. My pen grew bring it out. Wow, in your face.
Yeah,
That's
Digimon
all.
was
epic lah,
pretty something
Digimon.
else.
Yeah, I do miss that time. But if I had the chance, I would definitely buy again. And just to showcase like, hey, I have an antique.
Speaking of Digimon, I am a super huge fan of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right? And Game Boy Color, it was released towards the end of the 90s.
Yes.
I think it was 1998, if I'm
Yes,
not mistaken.
I think so.
So I saw this piece of handheld gaming console. Right? I think it was from my cousin at the time, and he was playing the Pokemon.
Oh, right.
The first generation Pokemon Red, I think, Red and Blue.
Pokemon. I choose you.
You know, as a kid, it's like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Game Boy Color was the sequel, not the sequel, I guess you can say the improved version of the Game Boy. Because Game Boy came out, it was colorless, but
Yes.
still very popular.
Yes.
And color is like, oh, at the time,
That time is
it
whoa.
was amazing. Right?
It was
It was
amazing
right?
for us,
And
okay?
At the time, also, Pokemon sequel, Gold and Silver, which
Yeah.
is my nostalgia all-time favorite.
I
series.
know, right?
Right. So Pokemon in color at the time is like whoa.
Whoa. And if you get that, everybody's like, whoa.
Right? Like I wanted to play it so badly, but you know, at the time I think
It was too expensive.
It was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But thankfully at the time, PC Windows was coming around, Windows 98.
Correct,
remember
correct.
that?
Yes.
And
And the internet goes.
thankfully,
Yeah.
someone invented emulators on the PC. And I got to play it.
Wow.
So, but anyway, I thought like, you know, my childhood, it would be so nice to have this
Yeah.
Game Boy Color, and like, I think I would love it to death.
Okay, ready? 1,
2.
3.
Oh!
So sad. Oh my gosh.
What the?
Yours is the iconic one way, correct? Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so 2000s, right? It was the time when I went to secondary school level.
Right.
So it was the age of like teen rebellion. It's like nobody understands me. You know?
It was the emo era.
It was the emo era.
Yes.
Right, and so kids were exposed to so many music.
Yeah.
You have like the Jay Chou, you have Hebe Tan,
Park.
you have Linkin Park,
I'm sorry, I
have-
can't be.
Britney Spears. Okay, so many artists, right? Everyone wanted a piece of an audio
Correct.
playback
Correct.
device. A Sony Walkman is obviously one of the most all-time iconic devices
Yes.
that people will carry around, and they just pop in the CD and
Okay.
just play, and then the
The
super
zero.
old,
Oh my
fragile,
gosh.
headphones. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I was actually choosing this and the Apple iPod.
Oh, Apple
It
iPod.
was also very popular.
Very,
but-
very
but it
popular.
was something that the rich kids can buy.
Yeah,
right?
we
So-
can't, but just a fun fact was back then to buy CDs, there were two choices. It was either you go to a DVD player shop, the second one is night market.
The piracy.
Piracy. And the quality is good, okay?
Okay.
It is-
It was okay.
It was okay, but definitely because we want to support our artists, so we try to buy the original one. Sony Walkman is I had what?
You had one?
I had
Oh,
one.
I had the tape version.
Oh, the tape
Yeah,
version.
you put the tape version, right?
Yeah.
So
You see how old he
that
is?
was, that's how old I am. Yes. Yeah, but I wish that I had the CD version.
I had a CD version, and guess what? The CD version, if you see people with pouch bags, imagine CD Walkmans that you can just. There was a accessory where you can just hang it here at the
Yeah,
side,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you carry it with you.
Yes.
Oh my god,
That
that
was
is
pouch.
so trending that time, and you look really cool when you have that.
Yeah, you were one of the cool kids. in
You
the
want
band.
to okay, so back then, I think I was trying to move on from the emo era to be a bit more girlish.
Okay.
So I've seen quite a lot of this handy cam. So these handycams are not the ones that like it's just standard gray or silver. They are in color. So basically this model has a blue color.
Okay.
It's like a coral blue, or it can be in pink, and you hold it. And what we do is last time we paste stickers on the handycam, so it becomes very like cutesy and girlies and all that, and then you carry around to do recordings and all that. So that was one of what I would love to, but because it's expensive
okay.
during that time, so for right now it's still trending. It became like a retro when the retro trend came back. What happens is that more girls kind of do the stickers still, and then they add on like those Taylor Swift style bracelet chains, that sort of thing. So it become really girlish. I mean, if back then there was this trend going, I would have done it, man. But have you encountered have you seen
I
it?
have seen it, yes.
Yeah.
But at the time it was like, it's just a handycam.
Yeah.
And of course it was very popular, like people bring it for holidays.
Correct.
To record the moments.
Yeah.
And all the stuff, but I'm not sure if like how many people have preserved that.
No, I
right?
don't think so. But that's why it was my wish list back then, because I was inspired by all these romantic high school love stories like Cinderella and all that. So, the Cinderella, not the Disney Cinderella.
It was another one.
Yes, there was another one. Bro, there was another one. Okay, but yeah, those trends. So I felt like, I wanted it, and that's why I was wishing. Okay. Very last one, 2010s. Ready? 1,
2,
3.
Oh.
Do you know this? Okay, I'll explain later. Okay, so my one is called I think for us in Malaysia it's called Samsung Sidekick. I haven't heard the T-Mobile before.
T-Mobile is a telco in the US.
Yes, correct. But Samsung one, I think the Samsung Sidekick model. So back then, there's this phone where it's a phone, but when you flip it up, it's a keyboard.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that one. Yes.
And they purposely, it's not like Blackberries. If you don't know what's Blackberry, please go and find out.
That's how old she is.
Okay, so that I remember that phone is purposely used not for gaming purpose, because it was in a horizontal manner for
you're flipping up.
Yeah, you're flipping up and you're playing games, and then whenever anybody texts you, then you flip up and type. So that the intention I remember was more gaming purpose. Those users who intention was more to game, then they will buy this. So back then I was in Christian Fellowship, and then there's this guy who has this phone. I think he's pretty rich lah, okay? He was doing it in a horizontal way. Then suddenly, the message pop up, and then he flipped his phone, and everybody went wild, like, whoa, where you got this phone and all that. And then he said he got it for as a present, and then like it was so cool and it's so awesome that I wanted it so badly, but yeah, I did not. Yeah, so it was really cool. It was really
At the
nice.
time, phones were pretty innovative back then. Don't
Correct.
you think? Right?
Yeah.
Like there were like so many
styles
of flipping.
Yeah.
Right?
It was more of, I think their focus was more on how you hold it.
Yeah.
How you hold it, how you handle your phone. I think that was pretty awesome lah.
Yeah. I remember I had this very old Sony model. I can't remember what was the name.
Okay.
But basically it's a flip.
Flip one, right?
Flipping one. And it was known for its camera quality.
There's one more.
Yeah.
Motorola.
Motorola.
Oh
of
my
course.
god.
Yes.
You don't know Motorola, go and find it out. Yeah.
So speaking of taking photos.
Yeah.
So 2010s, it was my uni years. I started to get into like photography, like mobile photography, and of course the popular DSLR.
Yeah, I think that was when DSLR
DSLR
was introduced.
Boom into popularity. Everyone was carrying it, like
Obsessed
they
with
were
it.
obsessed with it, even though they were not pro photographers, but they still wanted it, right? They had the
Yeah.
mini one,
Yeah.
and they had the digital one as well. But
Yes.
the DSLR was all the rage back in
Yes.
the days. I wanted it. Right?
Why not?
Why not? Right? But, to be fair, at the time I was enrolled into the mass comm degree.
Mass comm.
Yeah. So
Oh,
there were
okay.
a lot of like filming things.
Multimedia
Yeah,
lah.
multimedia stuff, right? And
Correct.
it got me very interested
Ah.
in that aspect.
Ah.
So I didn't care if it was Canon or Nikon. So these two were the popular brands back then.
Ah.
And it's like this. I just want a DSLR, right? They can take photos, nice photos, do records.
Yeah.
Right? But you know, it was super expensive.
Life had the other way.
Yeah.
But yes, I think from my batch, I think was the compact. And guess what? We always like to take it picture with in the mirror. Girls.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That was
before phones. It was the compact camera.
If I have a picture, I will show you. We'll probably put it here with me with the camera, yo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was how I wouldn't say it rained, but it was the time where that's how we take pictures.
That's how we want to express ourselves.
Yeah, express. Yeah. So that's all.
So, tell us what are your favorite retro devices that you've always wanted but never got it.
Yeah, and we just want to wish you a blessed Christmas.
And a Happy New Year
Yeah, from us, and we'll see you next year.
next year.
Next year. Toodles. Bye.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Like lah.
Subscribe lah.
Please lah. Blessed Christmas.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.